And to me, integrity is a cornerstone of all the values. Integrity, I believe, starts with being true to yourself. Acknowledge what your strengths are, understand your developmental opportunities, and encourage others who work with you to give you feedback and on those to help improve yourself and continue to grow as a team member of Aeropostale. I think integrity is also very simply doing the right thing. No matter how difficult or challenging it may be, always do the right thing. Act and say things that you would be proud of having posted on a board or shown up in a newspaper. The other important part about integrity is really encouraging others to act with integrity.
Compassion to me is about heart, and Aeropostale has a long history of demonstrating heart to its associates and all of the people in both corporate offices. As a matter of fact, I'm proud to tell you that we have now formalized our process. We've developed Aero Cares. Aero Cares is our ability to make sure that we have funding to take care of our associates. So it's our own charity. In the past, we did it in more of an ad hoc way, but it was always about demonstrating heart to our people. Now we can do it formally. We have a process, we're very excited about it, and we will always take care of our people.
Teamwork for me, as I think about it, first and foremost, it's the foundation of why we've been so successful at Aeropostale. As people new to the company will quickly understand, we have a unique culture, one that thrives on teamwork.
Teamwork to me is about getting things done and making it happen as a team.
I could stand here for hours and talk to you about how the stores embrace the values of Aeropostale. It's truly inspiring when I'm out in the field and I hear our associates speak to teamwork, respect, integrity, and compassion. But instead of hearing from me, why don't we hear from them? Because they are really the people that bring them to life every single day.
Okay, hello, my name is Kashif Briscoe.
Andrea Knight.
It's Matt.
Jorge Mejia.
My name is Tiana.
Kieran.
Kelly Colheen, I'm the district manager.
Sales associate.
Assistant manager of merchandising.
And I'm a sales associate.
Assistant manager in charge of ops.
The associate manager here. And I'm a general manager for Aeropostale.
I work closely with usually the experienced leader of the floor.
Visual leaders.
Our merch flow management.
I work with both my associates and my fellow managers.
Management team.
Other sales associates.
A regional visual manager.
Experienced leaders, merch flow staff, and sales associates.
Well, I give every customer a very loud, enthusiastic pitch when they come through the door. It's a very fun environment and I want to welcome them into that. And I also thank every customer that comes in, even if they don't buy anything. Just to let them know we appreciate them just coming and looking around the store.
It's important as a team at Aero to really create a friendly atmosphere. It invites the customer in and it really shows we appreciate them.
We use teamwork to cover every section inside the store, to make sure every customer is being assisted, and we maintain our sections.
An associate of ours found $20 on the floor, and instead of pocketing it and keeping it for himself, he gave it to a manager, and we paid it into a register as you're supposed to.
An example of us being compassionate towards our customers would be a situation where we had a grandparent shopping in our store for their granddaughter. They seemed to be a little bit lost. They weren't really sure what was in style, what size. We really went out of our way to make sure that she was comfortable shopping in the store as well as comfortable with her purchase.
The most important thing that we do for the customer is teamwork on the sales floor. One day there was a Cantonese speaking customer who I couldn't help at all. And Jen stepped right in, was able to build an outfit for that customer, get her to the register, and get her home with exactly what she needed for her daughter.
An example of teamwork I think happens in stores on a daily basis. In order to get to the common goal of making sure the store is comping, make sure the customer has a great experience, make sure the store looks great, everyone needs to support each other 110% in order to get there.
I'm Kim Florio.
Kenya.
My name is Kenny.
Darlene Kryzak.
Pam Nutter. My name is Melissa Frell.
I'm Mike Slavin.
Regional manager.
I'm the store manager.
Team manager, the brand experience and training manager.
I'm the director of transportation.
District manager in training, store communications department.
And I'm a district manager in training in Columbus, Ohio.
I work closely with the supervisors on the floor.
Finance.
Stores quite a bit.
My DM team, store team.
The experienced leaders.
Store operations.
With the regional managers. Allocations.
A lot of corporate partners.
Human resources. We work with everybody.
I think a good example of integrity as far as being a merchandising manager, it's important to not only have integrity personally on a personal level, but have integrity as a store and be able to show that as a customer is walking into the store, because that is an example of our culture as a company. And it shows the customers that we have integrity just by how our store looks and the way that it's presented.
The opening of 34th Street, it was something we had never done before. It took 8 DMs, it took lots of store people, probably 100 store people, 11 tractor trailers of merchandise that we received over 2 nights. at midnight because you can't receive on the street. Everybody was sweating, everybody was tired, but it was a great example of bringing it together. We grand opened on time with the team and just really had a great day.
Compassion is giving to people and caring for them no matter what.
I demonstrate compassion by really asking how they're doing, what's going on, what type of moment they might have had prior to coming in.
I truly work with one of the greatest management teams in the world. During the holidays, because it's high volume, we typically have a lot of traffic and of course we get very messy. A great example of how we work together well as a team would be the closing manager, without actually being scheduled, would stay through the night, work with the overnight staff until the opening manager got there in the morning to make sure that we were ready for the next day's business.
The respect that I try issuing when I'm on the floor basically is hearing what the employee's opinion is. So if they don't necessarily agree with what we're trying to do, again, I'll ask, well, what do you think we should do? And if their opinion is a valid one, I'll take it into consideration. But if it's not, then I'll explain the thought process as to what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Within our area, we really strive to respect other people's time and the commitment that they put into working with our area. One big thing we do with stores is making sure that we get drivers and delivery companies that really can get the merchandise to them on time. We know how important it is and what goes on in a store every day.
A good example of teamwork in the store would be maybe the preparation for Black Friday. It's the holidays and everyone has a family to go home to, but we work really hard for each other, and the camaraderie that we share and the teamwork that we share really helps us pull together and create a good experience for the customer consistently each day.
We had a district captain who really kind of headed different projects that we would do in all the communities where we have stores. And we got the associates involved, so the associates would help volunteer, they would bring supplies in. And then all of the managers, we went and we volunteered at the Ronald McDonald House, and we made meals for the people staying there. And really just, you know, it really kind of touched our hearts to get to go in and help people in our areas. My department and myself, we help run those contests and calculate the final PIP points. And it is a process that we take very seriously. We respect everything that the store's teams do, all their hard work and dedication and their integrity. So on our end, we try to make sure that the points are calculated correctly.
Recently in one of my stores, we had a position come open of sales lead. And I got a phone call from one of my lower volume stores on the other side of town. And he was completely willing to give up his absolute best sales associate. And it really showed me he had no ulterior motives. You know, it was just all about helping the store and this employee. So it was really, really great. And that's just kind of the culture of how things go around at Aero.
My name's Kelly.
Kim French.
My name is Tim.
Giselle. Maria Wu.
I work in allocation,
Women's merchandising.
I work in design.
Production.
I'm in merchandising.
Day to day, I work with merchant,
planning,
production,
visual,
allocation,
the design team,
marketing,
the e-com team.
I feel like they have a good open door policy, which is important. No matter what your position, you're always encouraged to share your ideas, and they're very respectful. They want to learn from everyone possible how we can better the company. So I think it's really respectful that you feel like you can talk to anyone about whatever ideas you have.
So we show integrity by really making sure that we're putting the best product forward, that we're all working together, that it's sort of what we believe in and what we stand for is going to be in the stores for the customer.
Usually when we get together every quarter, we have a huge sell review that we review all the seasonal product with the senior management team. Every team cross-functional partners between design, merchants, and production really has to band together and make sure that every sample that we are showing the executive is in its perfect condition.
Everyone's involved in it, but we really work hand in hand with each other to make sure that everything's done. And especially on our team, we make sure that everyone's work is done before we leave at night. So even if it means staying until 9 o'clock, helping everyone else with their samples, we all band together and stay until the very last person's done.
Recently, I was out sick for holiday line reviews and during these big meetings, and my team really stepped in and sort of filled in, took care of what needed to get done, and this was a great sign of compassion.
Integrity is in our long-term relationships with our vendors, our suppliers, and our employees. For example, we have a team working hard to make sure that our vendors and suppliers are socially compliant so that workers have a safe and clean working environment and fair pay. And it really extends to everyone who touches the product.
The good thing about the team meetings that we have is that we get to hear each other's opinions in terms of what happens, for example, in this coming holiday season, where we're trying to put something into the store where everyone who has envisioned everything from the beginning gets to have a say into what goes in the product, and still keeping the integrity of the design, and being able to come out with a product that the customer is going to enjoy, and we're going to be happy to place it out there and put our name on it.
A good example of integrity happened a couple months ago. I work in PS, and we always test our styles to make sure that they're safe for the kids. And we had a jewelry style that was a bit questionable. There was a metal that we were concerned might be harmful. So no questions asked, we pulled it off the shelves, put it through a couple more tests, and made sure it was safe before we put it back out. So that our kids could be safe too.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Director of Stores for Aero. As you can see, the number one thing that's important to us and our values every day is delivering a great experience to our customer. All of our partners work together, and it's very apparent that those values come through to the customer experience every single day. Our customers love us, they tell us that they love us every single day, and it's all because of all the great work we do together and because we have a strong set of values.